Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a great week. This is episode 229. Fine music. 229. Yeah, our leadoff man, Fred Whitlock, always got something to share. Go ahead, Fred.
Today, I'm going to talk about two artists who are husband and wife, Buddy and Julie Miller.
Oh boy.
They're country, Americana, folk, a little bit jazzy sometimes. Julie Miller has a solo career that's gone back way into the 90s. She did 4 Christian albums before going secular. She signed up with High Tone Records and came out with an album called Blue Pony. And it's got Buddy Miller singing backup, playing guitar, and producing. A number of singers in the country field have recorded Julie Miller's songs. Some of them have been hits for other singers. She's a courageous songwriter. She writes and describes what's going on in her life, what's going on in her relationship. She has a voice that's sort of a cross between maybe Victoria Williams and Ricky Lee Jones, kind of childlike, but very emotionally charged. Her quiet ballads are great. And then that album came out in 1997, and then Broken Things came out. And it's a wonderful album. Again, 11 original songs. She wrote all the songs. Patty Griffin is singing on a ballad with her, I Still Cry. Victoria Williams shows up and joins her on Orphan Train. Steve Earle is on Strange Love. Amy Lou Harris shows up. It's warm, pleasing, and an emotional resurrection in her music and words. And of course, Buddy Miller produces the album and plays guitar all through it. It sparkles and has a exploration of the human mind and human relationships. They came out with an album in 2001. They recorded as a duet, Buddy and Julie Miller. But unfortunately, the album came out 1 week after 9/11 and kind of got lost in the shuffle of despair and news. But they got some very good reviews for it. Julie's lyrics were direct, and she holds back no punches. And then Written in Chalk came out. And again, personal songs, and there was a lot of tragedy. She lost a brother who got hit by lightning. June Carter died, who was a close friend of hers, and there's a tender, loving tribute on this album called June. Robert Plant's on this album singing. And of course, Patty Griffin's back on it, and Amy Lou. It has great arrangements, and it was on the New West Records. Then in 2019, Breakdown on 20th Street South, 2019. Now, this is an album that got held up all these years, from 10 years, because Julie got into some chronic fatigue and chronic pain and couldn't get out of bed. And Buddy Miller was all over He was backing up Jim Lauderdale. They did a duet album. He was backing up Amy Lou Harris and the Spy Boy band. And then he went on tour with Robert Plant in the Band of Joy and played guitar for him. So he was doing well, and Julie was starting to write all these songs, and he was never home. And as the story goes, she finally put her foot down and played some songs. And he made a home studio, so she didn't have to go very far to record this album. The songs have a romantic side, a personal freedom, spiritual wonder in them. And again, great guitar playing by Buddy Miller. There's some great songs on here. I'll Make You Love Me. Some other things that really go deep into their relationship. And it has some dark sides and also shows where the light is coming through between them. The other great songs on this album is Till the Dusk Comes Apart, Spitting on Fire, Storm of Kisses. I Was Your Paper Cut in the Wind is just one of the little lyrics. You're a dangerous little storm, one part cold, one part warm. And that sums up the lyrics on this album. One part warm, one part cold. It's a great album. I would recommend, if you've never heard these people, dive into Julie Miller's solo career and also their duets albums. Buddy and Julie Miller.
Mhm. Yes.
Well, that's a very interesting dynamic when you think about it for an act, right? You have the songwriter revealing all, and the husband is the producer, and that's a very
it's
interesting
kind of like,
relationship.
I don't know, Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood. He's got a gruffer voice, and she's got a real mellow, childlike voice.
Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. Fascinating. All those interesting side trips too. Working with some really top-notch people. So we got to check this out. So it's Julie Miller's solo albums, and they did also do a duet album. Did Buddy ever do albums on his own?
Oh yes, he's got about 8 or 9 albums out
too.
on his own.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's your homework, everybody. Episode 229.
Well worth it.